I'm Jesse Fleming, and I am the music director for the Do Lab. I mean, it's a long process. To pick the artists for these events, we listen to tons and tons of music, and then when we find artists that we like, we start to reach out to their agents and see if they're available and try and get them booked. I think events like these stand out because they're much smaller and more intimate, and everybody has a chance to get to know everybody or see the same people in passing throughout the day, and it just creates a much nicer atmosphere rather than having tens of thousands of people crowded around all the time. This weekend, it's in between 3,000 to 5,000 people, relatively small. The future of Woogie Weekend and Lightning a Bottle, I think that Lightning a Bottle is already starting to grow pretty big, and the more people that come, the more people that want to come because they hear about it from their friends. And I think the same thing will happen here with Woogie Weekends. Hopefully everybody here has a great time this year and they go home and tell their friends, and next year it'll just grow a little bit each year and just become a larger event. One of the artists I'm looking forward to most this weekend is Jonas Rasmussen. Just new up-and-coming guy from somewhere in Europe. I don't even know where, but I just love what he's doing. I love his music right now, and that's going to be good. We also have Rufus Du Sol playing here tomorrow from Australia. One of the only live acts we have, and I think that's going to be a highlight of the weekend for sure. Normally an event like this is mostly focused on DJs, but I think that the way things are going these days, a lot more live acts are coming up, and they're still playing, 4/4 electronic music, house music, but they're doing it with full bands and instruments, which I think people are really starting to appreciate because there's so many DJs out there, and all the shows are saturated with just DJs. So it's nice to have some live instrumentation in the mix. We get contacted by a lot of up-and-coming DJs, and it's hard to listen to everything that comes through, honestly. We get solicited by a lot of agents and managers with bigger artists as well. But mostly, we're searching for stuff that we really like. People can hit us up all day long and pitch us all day long, but if we're not feeling it, if it doesn't feel right for the vibe of the Do Lab or Woogie Weekend, then we just don't book it. But for young, up-and-coming artists, it's hard. You can set music all day long, but if we don't have the time to check it out, it's hard to kind of get noticed. Well, this is the first year of Woogie Weekend, and a little bit of history on the Woogie is since 2006 at Lightning in a Bottle, we had a small stage. We called it the Woogie. Nobody really knows what it means. We just thought it sounded fun. And it was the house music stage, and over time that stage just built a large following, and it almost became the most popular stage at the festival. And when this beautiful spot became available, we wanted to do something new, and we just came up with the idea of kind of doing a spin-off and turning the Woogie into its own festival brand. I think for now, Woogie Weekend's just going to stay here in Southern California. Maybe someday we'll do a version on the East Coast or somewhere else, but for now, there's no plan to do anything like that. My name is Jesse Fleming, and you've just been buzzed.